back. If you're new to the academy, welcome to the academy as well. Obviously this time of year is really super exciting. Obviously we've got lots of ambition this year going into pre-season. This group had a really good year last year, okay, but the idea is to get better and make progress individually and collectively. So we want to make sure in all our properties we're competitive, united, thoughtful, resourceful, resilient and sustainable, okay, and we all play a part of that. We have to have that dream, we have to have that drive. So when we're pushing your son, it's not just to play on Saturday in the next game, okay? There's a bigger picture for being in a professional academy. So we act that way, we prepare ourselves that way, and we think big, okay? Because you have an opportunity that other players don't get. Not everybody's going to achieve that, but be part of that process, and maybe one of your teammates, maybe somebody sat next to you, gets that opportunity. Or is it you?
Every MLS team has an academy. Essentially what the academy is there for is to produce homegrown players that can become valuable assets for the first team.
You have a first team manager in BJ Callaghan that has been in the system as well earlier in his career in Philadelphia and believes in young players. So for us it's a matter of making sure players can move from level to level, whether that's U14 to U15, U16 to U18, U18 to second team to first team, but we prepare the players for what that next step is in their journey.
I think everybody at our club sees the value in producing homegrown players, but sees the value in American players. And so I think we have a conscious effort to try to play young players. And so I think, even this year in 2025, you've seen Matthew Corcoran, who's 19, get a lot of games. You've seen Chris Applewhite, who's 17, get first team games. And so I think we're committed to what we say, and what we say is we want to produce homegrown players, but I think we're also starting to show that.
It's not easy, right? It's not easy. You're going to make mistakes, and that's okay, right? But trust the process, and I hate using the term, but you've got to trust the process. You've got to trust the coaches around you and the support crew we have around you. We are with the journey with you, right? And if we lose games, that's okay. That's part of development. It's part of development. We're not going to win every single game. You're not going to be 10 out of 10 every single game. I know that for a fact, right? And that's okay. But we have to keep making forward progress as a team and obviously individually. But yeah, that's it from me. And again, we talk about respect, treating like young pros. We're going to the first team facility. It's a fantastic facility. A lot of you guys have already been there, but we have to be respectful of them. We're there to do our job, right? Be efficient, be professional, get in and get out. Good? Okay. That's it from me.
We'll get going here. Once again, this is really an initiative connected with UBEM as well to figure out how do we develop some of these metrics across the organization, to think about this from a development standpoint, not just like an injury or health standpoint initially, although that's where it starts with. We'll have about 11 to 12 players coming in at a time, okay? Henry will walk through the flow, but basically we'll kind of meet them as a group so they know who we're looking at, and then and the last thing we'll do is a conditioning test on the field, all right? These are young players. They've never been through this before. You cannot over-teach them. You cannot over-coach them. We have time to explain things the proper way. So please take the time to do that, right?
Preseason is always fun and everybody's, super energetic. I think this year is a little bit different from years in the past. Over the last year, we've made some big strides, especially with Darren coming in. So I think we'd like to build on that.
We wanted to get a baseline fitness test for the players with Rob Butler and the first team staff and Henry. We can align the properties. So it's really good that the players got to spend, day one of pre-season at the first team facility doing the tests that are very similar to what we would do with first team players. So that we have a baseline, for going into pre-season. Go.
I think it's really important because it creates a baseline for our athletes, especially younger athletes, because we get some scores that they've never had before. It's our first real contact with them outside of medicals. So yeah, today's gonna be super fun. They're gonna love the Broncos. So we're just really happy to have everybody here and have all the staff helping out. So
intense effort throughout the whole thing and just do the best you can for the whole test.
The age group that I'm at, it's a very formative kind of development, and you're going through puberty or just out of puberty, so there's a lot of The physical elements is probably more than any other age group, and that'll kind of still keep going through the course of the season. So I'm bearing in mind of that. A lot of information from our medical staff, from our fitness staff, and then you put your plan together for the year. So when you get to the first games of the season, not just one, but the games of the season, we've got a good understanding of how we want to play, the attitude and aptitude of how we want to approach those games, and then obviously the hard work that goes into all those things.
Let's go. Go, come on, everyone get in. Back to family on three. Let's go. Family on three. 1, 2, 3, family. Well done, boys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Why are you back? Bro, I got pushed, bro. How are you getting pushed backwards? You're right.
We got media day, take some pictures, you know, some videos, whatnot.
Like 6, 7.
I had to do 6, 7, right? 6, 7. No. Es como...
Más alto, bro, no más alto, bro. Media day is like y'all come in and we take some pictures and we meet the team. It's team bonding.
And he did it.
What did he do? What did he do?
6, 7.
My job is to, like all the other coaching staff here, is to develop professional players. The interesting thing about coaching younger players is that you have to tap into what's going to resonate with them and how they're going to learn. The quicker I can do that, the easier the transition for them, and that includes everything, into the group within you, into the tactics we want to play, the standards that we want to create or we have created within the academy.
We want that training environment, you know, to show intensity, to be competitive. You know, there's always something next. Every day you can come in and be fantastic for 20 minutes in training, but you have to be fantastic every day, every minute, every action, because that's what the top performers are able to do.
This is my 6th season now, so every year has gotten better. But you've got to get to a point where we're going to expedite that quicker, right? And a lot of that comes down to what we do on the field on a daily basis, sometimes how we recruit and get players that can kind of slightly elevate our level of play.
Rio's, you know, a very tenacious player that works hard both sides of the ball, and that's what we want from all our Nashville players.
His dad, Alan O'Connor, was our U17 coach for a while, and I think Alan has done a good job of instilling some of the professional values in Rio and not letting him slide, because he is the coach, and I think that he's given Rio a good base and what the expectations are in our environment and pushed him well. And I think Rio has accepted and taken those things on, and Rio has a little bit of, I think, a want to show that, you know, he's not just the coach's son, right? And he is a good player.
His sort of tenaciousness and work ethic is almost unrivaled. The kid's got a lot of ability, and my job is to try and harness that and help that grow. He's a little bit more of an old school kind of box-to-box player who can score goals, so there's not many of those around, and it's my job and our job, I should say, to help refine some of those, the nuances of his game, to help him get to the next level as much as he can, and with hopefully a little bit of luck, he's going to have a big future.
Stuff out. Have some biology homework this week. Of course, have to get my calculator, and then I get to work usually, and then after that, go take a shower, and if I have time, and just chill around, but usually I don't, so I just go to bed. You know, just a lot of things happening, especially with soccer. It all adds up and stresses you, but I learned to get it done with.
Is it all worth it though?
100%. Yeah, everything for soccer. I love it, yeah.
Look at me.
It's not the easiest during school. There's a lot of car riding and meal preps and everything, but it's worth it in the end. end and the payoff, and he enjoys it, and we all enjoy watching him.
It's been great. You know, it's just like I've seen a bunch persevere through hard times, been through good times. You know, plan is to keep on going. Hopefully, make first team one day. And, you know, it's just the journey.
The growth is amazing.
Yeah, I like that one.
Like when he started, he was just such a child still, a baby face. I think he'd just gotten his contacts, and I've really seen him grow into a young man. I mean, he's become such an athlete, but he's very responsible and respectful, and it definitely shows a difference. While he's grown as an athlete, he's also grown as a full human, and it's been really awesome to watch.
Yeah, I'm really excited, you know, trying to get as most goals as possible. And, you know, hopefully get close to the national team and, you know, just improve as much as I can.
Yeah.
So let's go NSC.
Let's go NSC.